Hello everyone. Good evening. Hi. So welcome to today's webinar. Yeah, hi everyone. Good evening. Yeah, hi Shobit. Hi everyone. So welcome to today's webinar on aluminum formwork system. So we are much excited today to have this session along with all the participants. Yeah, hi. Oh, hi from Mexico City. Good. So today we all here from different locations, I guess, because we have approached in all the digital platforms. So through that platforms we are here today. So we might be with from different locations. That's okay. Yeah. Hi. Please type out your place from where you are joining so that we'll understand people from different locations are joining. Hi. Those who are coming now, welcome. Welcome to today's webinar. Yes. So please type out your place so that people will come to know we joined from different locations. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. So let's start our session. Hi, those who are just coming to room, welcome to today's webinar conducting by VIP Alifom. Yeah, so today we are going to discuss on aluminum formwork system, one of the trending topic into construction, building and construction domain. Yeah, okay. So we'll start the session. Thank you. Thanks for your replies, everyone. Yeah. Okay. So before starting session, we just want to tell you some ground rules. There are some ground rules because if you are facing any challenge, uh, ground rule number one is keep your mobiles in silent mode. And the ground rule number two is, yeah, it's my one, yes. So the ground rule number two is if you are unable to listen my audio, video or screen, please type out in the chat box. I'll look into chat box. If any challenge is there from our end, we'll correct it and we'll rectify and we'll get back to you. We have dual network here. So if one get disconnected due to some reason, we'll connect to another network and we'll get back. So if something goes wrong, you have to, from your side, if you are facing any network challenge, you have exit from webinar. Again, you come back to the same link and click on reconnect. There is an option called play button is there, reconnect. You have to press that reconnect so that you will be again joining into webinar from the same duration. Okay, this is one thing you have to follow. And if you are not clear with my audio, video or screen, anything, please type out in the chat box. I'll just look into it and I'll rectify myself if any challenges are there. Okay, so these are the basic things I want to tell you, and now we'll start our session. Yeah, before starting our session, we just want to tell you that let us make this session as an interactive session so that if we talk something, you should also engage with us. You should raise your queries, your discussions and all, so that we'll make it a mutual engagement session, not one speaking to many. It is like multiple people speaking together. So let us make it like that. So are you ready? Yeah, please be active in the chat box. So if you want to tell anything, please type out in the chat box. Yeah, thank you. So now we'll start with some basic polls. Let us understand what kind of crowd is here, how their opinions are there. So I'm just starting one poll. I'll just press this poll active, then it will come in the chat box. You give your opinion. So now one of the poll is which back group are you from? So which background are you from in this webinar room today? I'm just starting poll. I'm published in the chat box. So if you can see the chat box, then you will get my poll. Yeah, please respond to that poll. Okay, so more, yeah, civil engineers, design and consultancy people are there, contractors, builders. So what is your category? You please type out so that we'll come to know. Okay. Done. So most of the people are from civil engineer, means of course all of civil engineer, but any builders and contractors we thought of knowing. Yeah. So the majority is civil engineers only. Thank you. Thanks for your replies. Now we'll go to another poll. I just ended that poll. Okay. I am going for second opinion. Which kind of methodology you are using for construction presently? So if you are into building and construction domain, what kind of methodology you are using? So you have to just give your opinion on this, whether it's conventional brickwork or aluminum formwork system by chance or wooden formwork. So we wanted to understand out of our participants, how many are into conventional, how many are using wooden, and how many are know about aluminum formwork and they are using this. Okay. So 38. Okay. So most of the people are using conventional brickwork and then wooden formwork. Okay. So this is the highest ratio here. Yeah. The highest is conventional brickwork. So most of the people are conventional. That understand. Third category is formwork. Right. Thank you. Thanks for your opinion. And what, yeah, last poll. How do you know about this webinar? So that we wanted to improve the areas where we are focusing more to reach more people. So you might be joined through social networking or mail campaigns or SMS, any reference from previous participants or other source. Yeah, obviously most of the time social networking only, but today also same. I think social networking ratio is much bigger than others. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so obviously it is social networking in this webinar today. Thank you. So we just want to increase our reach to approach more people and to reach more crowd. Thanks. Yeah, now we'll start webinar. Let us not wait. Okay. So before starting our webinar, I just want to play some video. Okay. Yeah. Start video. Play. So this is just an introduction video. Are you getting this video played? Yeah. See, is everyone able to see the video? Okay, good. Video is not coming. No. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I just want to know from you. So I'll just check from my end. Yeah. Wait a moment. Unable to. Yeah. I think there is some error in this video. So let us go by our slides. Okay. Let us not wait for anything more. Okay. I'm just starting the presentation. Yeah. Hope my presentation is clear. See, please type out in the chat box, my audio, video and screen AVS is clear to everyone, so that we'll move into presentation. So is my AVS clear? Audio, video and presentation screen. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Now we'll move on. Okay. Yes. So yeah, welcome to VIP Aluform. VIP Aluform is a brand from a company called Vedan Infra and Projects Private Limited. Okay, so VIP stands for Vedan Infra and Projects. VIP Aluform is our brand. It's a trademark. Okay. Yeah. So today's agenda, we wanted to talk about aluminum formwork system, which is MyOne. People also call it as MyOne. So we are going to talk about this topic and the system. Okay. So what is our agenda today in our webinar? The main agenda is yeah. Yes, I'm back. Sorry, there was some network error. Sorry for the interruption. I'm back. No sound, no voice. Is this clear now? Hello, hi. Yeah, thank you. There was some network issue. I shifted to another network. Okay, so we are going to talk about introduction, history and background. What is aluminum formwork? When it is suitable, when we can use that, what is the work cycle of it, and a small comparison between conventional and this, and how to implement this system into your projects, and the conclusion. All these things we are going to see in the next slides. Okay, so this is a small journey. It's a basically introduction about ourselves. We have started. I myself, I'm Mallikarjun Rao Boinpalli, and I'm completed my diploma and engineering, BTech. So I've started my career in the year of 2008 from an automation background, and then I have learned some basics about industry and other core oriented topics. And then I moved to another company called Siemens. There I worked for bigger projects and different regions. And after that, we have started an automation company in the year of 2012 with a team of three. And then we have slowly growing year by year, minimum 30-40% growth we have taken. And in 2016, we have also started one more educational activity, but unfortunately, it went down. We shed that company, and it was one more turning point in our career. And then 2016 onwards, we thought of moving into manufacturing industry. So by running an automation company, we realized that it is a service industry. We wanted to have our own product and brand, so that we have started our manufacturing activity groundwork from the year 2016. So from 2016, we have started a research R&D on this aluminum formwork system. So we were going for many builders, and we have visited many people. We have taken their feedback. What are the challenges they are facing? So we wanted to give a right solution to those people to overcome their challenges and to grow and to overcome these challenges further in their domain. So we found aluminum formwork is a suitable product for an Asian countries, particularly in India also. So we have chosen this product, and we went to Korea, Malaysia, and other countries. So to study this system in depth. Once we study all system, then we realize it's going to be a futuristic product, and it's a worthful product for any builder and contractor or a civil engineer in construction and domain. So we have started our manufacturing unit in the year of 2018. Uh, we have started, and we got established within a short period of time. We got very good client base, we got very good response, and we are able to satisfy our client by means of quality and services. So during this journey, now under this VIP Aluform, what we are doing manufacturing and supply. Also, we are doing rental. We are going to talk more in the next slides. So during this journey, we wanted to thank to our team and my family and my clients, also our principals, because all this support, we are here today, and we are growing fast, and we are satisfying almost all our customers. So our core values are, while our journey, our core values are quality first, and then design and technology, quality, and then service. So by giving a good service, we wanted to keep our customer happy always. So these are our core values, where we wanted to move forward in our journey by carrying this. So our end target is 500 crores revenue generation in this domain, in the short span of within 5 years. So this is our goal, our team target, we can say. So we are very much sure and confident we achieve the same with the help of all our teams, support, and clients, also by maintaining our core values. So this is all about our introduction. Now we'll move to our topic. Thank you. Thanks for your attention here. Yeah. Now, do you feel these are the challenges we face in construction industry? So we during our R&D, we come to know these are the main challenges in building and construction domain. So how many of you agree with us? Yes, yes, yes. Now it's completely aluminum topic we are going to talk. Yeah. So please name some challenges in construction industries. I think you people can agree with us. Manpower is the biggest challenge. Wastage, quality, safety, projects delays, durability. I think these are the main, right? Yeah. Yes. Fixing electrical conduits for all bedrooms, toilets. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So see, we have targeted for these challenges to be overcome with some solution. So these are the major solutions. These are the major challenges people are now facing in across the world into construction domain. Natural, correct. Now we'll see how do we get solutions for all these challenges, and how much we can able to get reduced this. Yeah, we'll talk all the points. Just allow us some time so that we'll come to each and every query of you. So see, we have to go by step because some people are new here. There are some civil engineers joined in this session today. There are conventional people, conventional builders and contractors joined in this webinar today. They just want to understand from the basic. People who are already using aluminum formwork, we request them to bear some time, because we are just going from the basic onwards. We wanted to give them a complete awareness on this product to the new people. So kindly understand and support us to take it forward. Yes, in the formwork also, we'll hold for some time. We'll talk in depth about formwork. Those who are already using formwork will clarify all your doubts today. So is that okay? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So my one, yeah. So this aluminum formwork history is, the aluminum formwork is started in 1990 by a company called Maivan. So they had a collaboration with Germans, and they have started this aluminum panels to be used as a formwork materials into construction. So after till 25 years, they were having rights also. So they were having patents on that. So it was not released outside. So the brand, the company name itself, the product name become the company name. Means the brand of Maivan is become the product also. So people now recognize with the name of Maivan only. Most of the people don't know it's aluminum formwork system. They still call it as Maivan. So because they have started this solution, and it was on their name even now. So they are holding more than 30,000 square meter formwork across the world, even current date. Okay. So this technology is extended almost all the countries, majorly Europe, Gulf Asia, and all other parts of the world. So here the main thing is all the activities to be planned in a assembly line of manner, so that quality can be assured within timelines. Yep. Okay. So what is AFS? So what is mean by aluminum formwork system? Generally, see, we know about formwork. Formwork is wooden formwork we have, MS formwork we have, and aluminum formwork we have. So aluminum formwork is made up of aluminum alloy basically. Okay. So we take aluminum alloy, and that aluminum alloy, from that aluminum alloy billets, we make it extruded panels, and then we can use it as a shuttering panels. Okay, so this is basically of lightweight panels, and with different sizes we have available. So once we mock all these panels together in a box structure, and then we can do steel in between both the panels, and we can pour concrete. Afterwards we'll open the panel. So due to this framework or box structure, you will get a good finish. Okay, so this system we also call it as cast in situ. Okay, see, there is precast and there is aluminum formwork. This is the difference between precast and aluminum formwork. Precast is like they made these panels or these walls at their factory by using the similar molds. But whereas in aluminum formwork, we cast it at site because it's cast in situ, we call it as. So aluminum formwork system is a new trending technology in most of the areas in the world. Okay, so now aluminum formwork technology, when you compare with time and when you compare with conventional system, it is so fast. If you see the graph, we just want to tell you it with lesser time you will achieve more productivity here. This is what we wanted to say, and your manpower, your other wastage also will be reduced. Okay, yeah. So this technology, how do we use this? What exactly is this technology? So this technology is like it's like assembly manner product. So if you see this image, this is how it looks. If you see the left image, what we wanted to show here is, so you can place the panels. Okay, you can use for column, you can use for beam, you can use for wall, you can use for slab. So there are three areas where we have shown here in the left pic. Of course, the pic is not so clear. We just want to give you some concept over here. No sound. Hope my audio is clear to everyone. Is my audio clear to everyone? Hello? Some people are saying no sound. So is my audio clear to everyone? Please type out in the chat box so that I'll move on. Or otherwise I'll check any challenge is there from my end. AVS, is my AVS clear? Yes, yes, thank you. So I think you people have to look after from your end. Okay, okay, thank you. Huh. So this technology we call it as shear wall technology. Okay, so all your load is depends on your walls. We don't depend anything on the columns and beams here. We depend on walls. So we put walls first, and then we put a deck above it. We can put a steel and other things. So this is a shear wall method. Yeah. So what are the different formwork items or products we have in this system? So these are the different products or items you will find in this system across different manufacturers. So majorly you'll be having wall panel. I'll show you. Yeah, this is wall panel. Yeah, this is wall panel. We'll be having different sizes here, but typically people are following maximum width of 600. Minimum starts from 100. Between 100 to 600, 600 mm, 100 to 600 mm, the people are following wall panel width. Okay, and the height varies. Starts from 8 feet. So, starts from people are using 2 meters and 2.4 meter, 2.7 meters, 2700 mm. Like that, people are using at different heights. Different manufacturers follow different standards. But basically, you are going to have majorly wall panel is one thing, and deck panel is one more thing. This is deck panel. Okay, which is standard sizes would be 600 by 1200 most of the times, and you will be having beam bottoms, beam sides, and like that. And once you have wall and deck panel in place, then you have to have corners. We call it as IC, inner corner. Okay, to join two walls. Yeah, I'll show you one by one. We have some samples over here. Yeah, so this is a wall panel. This is basically aluminum extruded panel. Okay, so what is the specifications of this product? So this is basically made up of aluminum alloy. Okay, so this aluminum alloy grade is 6061T6. 6061T6 is a aluminum alloy grade what we use in formwork. Okay, and you have some standard universal standards for this specifications, I can say universal specs for this product. This is, we call it as surface thickness. This is surface plate, we call it as. This goes to wall like this. Okay, your concrete, this is concrete face. So when this is concrete face, this surface plate thickness should be 4 mm. Okay, so the universal standard specs is this is 4 mm thickness, and the side, this we call it as side rail to joint one more panel. If you see one more panel, we'll be jointing like this. Okay, so this is how you joint two panels together. So we'll be using some pins and wedges here. I'll show you. So this is how you join panels. Okay, yeah, so this is how you joint these panels. So this side rail is helpful to joint one more panel beside. So this is the holes we have where you'll be using this pin and wedge. Okay, this is a locking system. You'll be using pin like this. Okay, and we'll be locking this with the help of wedge. This is locking system. So this is pin and wedge. Once your work is done, you'll be opening this wedge and you'll be open this pin. Okay, this is how you assemble and dismantle. Yeah, so now we are talking about specifications. This is side rail. Most of the times manufacturers will be following 61 mm and 65 mm. There are two types which is going widely in the world, and the thickness of this side rail should be 6 mm in the middle and 8 mm at the corner. So this is 8 mm, this is 6 mm. This is the standard specification of the aluminum formwork panel. Remove screen. Okay, please zoom yourself demo. Okay, I'll just zoom myself. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, this is good. Okay, I'll show you. Yeah, this is how two walls is made. Okay, so in between you'll be using steel, and your concrete also can be poured here. Once you're done with your work, you'll be removing it, so you'll get a foam finish. I'm just trying to give you some idea with this demo, and this we call it as IC. So your one wall will come from here. This is IC, means inner corner. At the room corner, you will be using this. So one side of the wall panel will come and fix here, and one more side of the wall panel come and fix here. So this will withstand two walls at the corner place. So this is again same, almost 8 to 10 mm thickness. It should be more strength because it's taking total load. Okay. Yeah, I'm just increasing my screen. Yeah. Okay. So people are requesting me to increase my screen size. In that case, I have to stop my slide. Stop slide. Now, is this okay now? Clear? Now I'll just complete my product demo so that, and I'll be back to screen. Yeah, I understand. So I'm just stop the presentation. I just want to give you some understand with this. See, this is wall panels. These are the two wall panels we joint like this. If you see backside, so this is how it will be, and we'll be using pin and wedge. Okay, yeah, this is the pin. This is a universal accessories, I can say. So this is how we do. Now this is locked. So like this, we use one more pin here, one more pin here. Okay, so now if you see this surface, you won't be having any gaps. Even your concrete will not come out. So this is the advantage of aluminum formwork. But using aluminum, not aluminum formwork, it's using aluminum plates. This is an advantage. And the surface also, if you see, this is very smooth. So whatever concrete you pour in between this two walls, your surface also will be more smooth. So you can get this finish on your concrete wall. So this is wall panels, we call it as. Okay, if you add one more wall panel, this would be added like this. So this will become your wall. So this is your wall. Based on your wall thickness, we'll be using sometimes 6 inch, 4 inch, means 150, 160 mm wall thickness, or 100 mm. So to hold this, we'll be using wall ties. Put here. So this is wall tie to maintain your wall thickness, we'll be using this wall tie. Okay, I'll just demonstrate using a wall tie. So this is corner piece. At the door corners, we'll be using this particular frame, and this is also fitted with the help of pin and wedge. Okay, so this is at the corners. To close any corner, we'll be using this. So this is again my wall panel, and this is corner. We call it as end corner. Okay, this is one thing. And how do you keep the slab panels? See, this is our slab. This is how we keep slab. Okay, so here you will be having all your bars and electrical everything. So between each two panels, we'll be having this prop head. You'll be using like this. Okay, so this is your slab surface. This will be same. I'll show you clearly. See, this is how this slab panel will be fitted on this item. So this is your slab surface. Both will become same, and here you'll be putting your props. So your prop will be fixed here. Okay, your prop will be somewhere like this. So when you completed your work, when you want to dismantle your slab formwork, you can remove this panel, and this will withstand there itself, and your prop will not be get disturbed. So this we call it as prop head. Okay, so all the panels between each two panel you will be having this particular profile. Okay, of course we may call it if we use at end place, we call it as end beam. If we are using it mid place, we are calling it mid beam. And if we use it where the prop is placed, then we call it as prop head. The profile becomes same, but the positions will become varies. And these are wall ties. How do you maintain wall thickness with these panels? So you'll be placing one panel here and one more panel here. So this hole to hole, the distance is 150 mm. So your wall thickness is assured with this wall ties. So this is more accurate. The two panels will hold. It will not fall one side. So two panels will be hold like this, and your wall tie will help to hold this wall panel and to maintain your wall thickness. So this is how it is helpful. Why these holes are there? To insert your pins and wedges. And once you finish the work, concrete is made. And to remove this, we have given one more provision. So we'll be using grease on this wall tie. This is MS item, mild steel. Okay, once you're done with your work, okay, your concrete is done. You are going to de-shutter the panels. Then you will be removing your panels, and then you'll be removing even this wall tie also out. Then your wall is clear. There is nothing inside the wall. Okay, and for wall supports we'll be using some sort of brackets. Once you made your wall, so this will be inserted, and you will be having one MS frame, so that your wall alignment will not be disturbed. Say suppose you have one panel, two panel, three panel, four panel. So once you make this wall bracket, and you once you place your supports, MS supports, then your panel alignment will not be forward and reverse. It will be straight line. So this is one of the accessory I can say. See, most of the times pin and wedge only used as major accessories. And we have one more accessory which are major. I am showing you here. This is wall bracket, means yeah, floor bracket we call it as. This is for alignment. If your wall is getting out bulge due to concrete loads, so this will be helpful. This will be placed at your wall, and this will be on the floor, will be fixed. So by adjusting it, you can adjust height and width, so that there won't be any misalignments once you pour the concrete. So these are the major accessories we'll be using in the aluminum formwork. Now we'll go back to slide and we'll correlate there. Yeah, I'm back. Okay. So yes, yeah. Now come back. Hope you people are able to see my screen now. I'll just reduce my screen size. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm talking, we have shown you some wall panel and then prop and then IC. Okay. And pin and wedge will show you in the next slide. So these are the some panels. With this combination of panels, you can make any design. Means any sort of home design you can make with this combination of panels only. There is nothing else or no other panels are required to make a formwork system, complete system. This is what we wanted to say. Yeah, correct. Can you please repeat the last accessory? See, this is floor adjustable bracket. Okay, we call it as adjustable or alignment clamp also sometimes. So this you will be fitted on the floor, and this particular pin, it will be inserted into your wall panel at the height of around 300, between 250 to 300. Wherever you have a hole, there you will be inserting this and you will be keeping a wedge. So you are locked at panel side and this is locked at floor side. So you won't be having any chance of getting misalignment between panel in the given lines. Okay. So this is how it is helpful. Hope this is clear. Yeah. Okay. Grade of aluminum. See, we'll be answering all the queries. Let me go by my flow and then we'll stop somewhere. Definitely we'll answer all the queries. I think my team can help you out meanwhile in the chat box. Yeah. So this is pin and wedge. See, I wanted to highlight this particular slide. Again, I'm repeating this because in the aluminum formwork system, the beauty is you will be having only one accessory across the world. The specifications of this pin and wedge also remain same. So this should be wedge and this should be pin. Of course, there are some quality difference would be there at different pins, but the thickness, but the size of the hole is 16 mm throughout the world. Okay, and this wedge and pin combination is almost same 165 mm, and this is starts from 40 mm, and here it is 70 mm like that. So this entire formwork system, irrespective of design, you'll be using same accessory for fixing any two panels, even at walls, slabs, corners, and beams. Okay, so this is major. You need not to use any nuts, bolts, bracing, anchoring, or nails. So you will be not needing any of these accessories. All are eliminated with this pin and wedge to lock any two panels. Yeah. Now, so what else is important in aluminum formwork? The main thing is you have to have a proper site management when you are going by aluminum formwork system. So what is nothing but site management? You have to have proper planning. Okay, and your planning means you have to have, see, of course you might be having different trades over there. Say suppose you have shuttering team, you have bar bending team, and you have electrical conduit team, you'll be having concrete team, you'll be having plumbing. Almost 4 5 teams are together, need to be worked. Then only this system can form that particular cycle in a given timeline. Otherwise it is going to get delayed. So now when you club all these 5 teams together, then how you work is a site management. So one is planning need to be there, who which trade has to do the first day work, second day work, like that. So okay, and you have to have proper efficiency, because when you do good coordination between all these teams, then obviously you'll be having efficient. Then obviously you'll be having efficiency in the out. Okay, and third thing is you have to have good coordination when you coordinate between these people, because first shuttering team need to work, then electrical guy should keep their conduit, then bar bending guy should complete their work, and then shuttering guy again will involve, he will close one more, he will do one work again, steel team will come again, electrical conduit, like all this coordination is required here. And once you make good coordination, everyone will have sufficient work in their hand, and they'll be able to complete their work within given timelines to follow the cycle. So this is how we'll achieve this formwork day cycle. So what is the day cycle we are going to see in the next slide. Okay, so when it is suitable, yes, this is good, but when it is suitable, when do we use this aluminum formwork? What kind of projects it is much beneficial? Then we say it is large scale housing projects and high rise buildings particularly. So where number of repetitions are more, you have more number of repetition with the same design. There you can use building with typical floors, fast construction. Whenever you need fast construction to be finished out, then this is suggestible. High quality is whenever you want high quality, good accuracy, then this is suggestible. Where you want to eliminate columns and beams, then this is suggestible. And then high suitable to load bearing structure, shear wall. When you want to go with shear wall, and this formwork is suggestible. So this is the place where this is more suitable. I can, of course, any other place also we can use, but this is more suitable areas I can say. Yeah. Now the process. Now the main thing out of aluminum formwork is this cycle. How fast we can able to complete this cycle. This is where the systems plays a unique role. Now see, the aluminum formwork system requires 8-day cycle at the max. Yes, people outside claiming some people are claiming 4 days, some people are claiming 6 days, some people are claiming 8 days, some are claiming 10 days. See, it depends on the people efficiency, and it depends on the people coordination. It depends on the materials availability. It depends on the planning and implementation. There are various parameters, but the system proves you can do minimum 4 days, maximum 8 to 10 days. So we take average as 6 to 8 days. Okay, most of the times we can able to complete the cycle within 6 to 8 days. How that 6 to 8 days is going to implement, we're going to see. Yeah, so this is day one. What we do day one, see, you have to complete before going aluminum formwork in shear wall, you have to complete your foundation, footings and foundation. You have to finish your grade slab, and otherwise you have to complete your plinth beams, and you have to leave some steel when you complete your plinth beams. That should be 0-0 level. Okay, once you done this, then formwork material will come and it will be kept in place. So before that, we'll be doing reinforcement work. All your walls reinforcement to be completed. Outer walls, if it is 160 mm thickness, that means 6 inches wall, then you have to have double mat. Okay, double mat steel, which is 8 mm and 10 mm bars to be used, with a spacing of 150 to 200, depends on the structural design. Okay, so like this, you have to place your reinforcement fixing at the day one, above the grade slab or above the plinth beam. Is this clear, everyone? This is day one. So you cannot do day one from your ground. Okay, you have to finish till up to grade slab or ground floor. Say suppose you are going by building apartment G+10. Okay, so if it is G+10, you have to finish your stilt. You have to complete your cellar 1, cellar 2, and then stilt and come to ground floor. Okay, where the typically starting. So from there you can start your aluminum formwork. We are talking from that point of place. Okay, if you are talking about an independent house, then we don't do this shear wall pattern from the ground. Of course we can do, but we are just telling it starts from above ground. Okay, from the grade slab onwards, the entire shear walls will start. Okay, so the outside wall I'm talking about 160 thickness. If it is 6 inch, 160 mm we call it as. For fire norms, we suggest to have 160 mm thickness, not 150. And then your double mat steel should be there at the outside wall. And when you have internal walls which are not load bearing, we suggest to go by 100 mm thickness, which is 4 inch. Okay, this is how the steel work should be there. And when you see these windows and door opening, crossbars are compulsory. Okay, as per the standards. So this is how we do day one steel work. Hope it is clear to everyone. Yeah. Now day two. So day two, it is internal panels placing. So you have to place all your once your steel is done, then you have to place your internal panels. So any one side of the panels we tell, but most of the time suggestible is inside panels, so that you can keep your electrical conduits and you can fix your electrical boxes with the help of temporary screws. Okay, so your electrical will become easy if you go by internal panels at day 2. So your day 2 you have to place all your panels. See, now we have shown some example in my previous demo. Now these are the actual panels what we kept. If you see this panel width is 600 mm. So we have kept 1, 2, 3, 4, one beside one like that. At the corner, if you see one IC we have used, internal corner, which is jointing two side walls, horizontal and vertical, two walls, two horizontal walls. It is jointing at one corner. Yeah. So this is internal panel placing throughout the room, not only at one room, throughout the flat, throughout the rooms. You have to place all your internal panels at day 2. Yes, this is possible. We can easily place the number of manpower based on the square meter, number of square meters of panel. We'll be using number of manpower. So with the help of those teams, they'll be formed as gangs, and they'll be given to room 1, room 2, room 3, room 4. So they'll be doing their own work within the specified rooms in day 2. Yeah. So day 3, it is they have to cross check all the electrical boxes are placed in proper place and they have given supports. Then day 3 only, one more job is plumbing groove. So plumbing pipe or plumbing groove is suggestible to keep along with panels. So instead of plumbing pipe, we suggest plumbing groove to be kept. So this is one of the right side image. If you see, this is one of the aluminum panel where we have fixed a groove. This is GI sheet we have fixed there with the dimensions given by the client. Okay, and we have used grease above it, and we have made a pouring. Once you finish your pouring after 24 hours, if you open your wall panel, this is how it shows. This is after 8-day cycle. We have opened one of the panel where we kept grooves, and we are showing that both panel backside and the surface on the concrete wall. So you please understand this. This is most important. People will be getting more doubt here. How you do plumbing work? How you do plumbing groove? So we'll be getting many questions in our minds. So this is how we do. So for the panel, say suppose this is your panel, we'll be using some groove like this here. Okay, so we'll be placing some groove like this here, and we'll put it inside the wall. Once you pour the concrete, once after pouring concrete after 24 hours, we'll be removing this panel. This groove will be fixed to the panel itself, and you'll get the same groove in your wall. Yeah, sorry. Okay. So is this clear, everyone? Plumbing groove. Hello. People are active or not? Yeah. Good. So now day 4, what we do at day 4, once you complete your internal panel, electrical, plumbing groove, then we'll start closing day 4. Yes, we'll start closing day 4. In outer panels, all outer panels will be keeping, like for all rooms, with the help of shuttering team. Okay, so they'll be closing all the panels at outer side. Then your box is closed almost now. At day 4, we'll be closing this box, and then we'll start next stage. So what is next step is day 5. Day 5 will be start keeping the deck. Once your walls are done, if you see the first image, we are keeping a SL. Okay, slab corner, SCV, we call SL or SCV in our language, we call it as like this. So we'll be keeping one SL. So this is SL. Okay, so we are keeping this SL like this. So the deck panel will come and fix here. This is already fitted in the wall. Okay, so the deck panel will come and fix here. So this is how it is showing there. From the corner, this is how we made. Okay. Yeah. So this is we call it as SL, and we keep a deck panel. Again, we'll start MB, and we'll placing EB and prop head and prop. So this is how we do decking. So at the day 5 itself, we also do staircase. If you see this, we also do staircase work. So left side, if you see, that is shuttering material, aluminum formwork shuttering. This is landing area. We keep only landing area open because to pour concrete. But all your threads and rises will be closed with the help of aluminum plates only. We won't keep it open at thread and rise place. So we keep only opening at the place of landing. Okay. So that you have to pour concrete, it will reach inside and it will get settled. Yeah. So this is day 5 only, we finish this staircase. Now, what is next step? Once you've done your decking, once you've done your staircase, day 6, we have done slab panel work. Now, above slab, will be doing your reinforcement work and the electrical and others. Okay, deck panels, steel placing and electrical conduits and other pipe placings can be done at day 6. Yeah, to withhold the raw panels, we are using wall ties. We have shown you this, right? To hold 2 panels, we are using this wall tie. This is wall tie. It can withhold your 2 panels. Say suppose these are 2 panels and it is withhold with this help of wall tie. Yeah. So this is day 7 work on above deck. We'll be using steel and required electricals and other pipings can be done. Once you're done with day 6 work, then we'll be going to day 7. Day 7, we have to check the supports. By checking supports, we have to finish the inspection. So this is your props. I've shown you this is one of the prop head. The first image at the top left corner is prop heads. Different prop heads we have kept over there. So for this prop head, if you see the second big image, this is prop head. We have fixed the prop, adjustable props or jacks we call it as. So this particular prop head will be having this jack fixing. Then this I have shown you. Someone was asked what is this one. So this is how we have shown there. If you see that image, we have shown this. This is how it will be placed. Hope you people are understand this now with this image. So at the height of 250 mm or 200 mm, we'll be keeping this for the alignment of for not to have any misalignments of wall panel. And this wall bracket also now shown. This wall bracket we have shown there in that image. If you see there, we have kept this wall bracket when the 2 panels are getting joined, and then MS tube. See, footings can be done in any method, like conventional raft foundation, or you can do piles foundation. You can do with tie beams. Different. It depends on the loads. That opinion should be given by structural engineer. Yeah. So now this is day 7. We have to check all these alignments, adjustments, and all. By checking this, we also need to do inspection. This inspection should be plumb checking and the diagonal checking with the total station. Also, you can check room dimensions. See, we are checking there the room height with the help of laser equipment. Okay, and the meter scales and all with the help of laser only. So we'll be doing this with total station or laser equipment. So this is the most advantage with the aluminum formwork. You'll be getting almost I can say plus or minus 2 mm, plus or minus 1 2 mm, not more than that, with this aluminum formwork system. So this is the one of the most advantage with this system. You will get proper room dimensions once you have the proper adjustments done as per the procedure. So this is day 7. Now we have completed 7 days. Now this is day 8. Once you've done your inspection, then it is concrete pouring. Okay. So we recommend for aluminum formwork system, it's a shear wall box method, box system. So you have to use self compact concrete, which is SCC M25 or M30, depends on your structure, depends on your project size and other technical parameters. But you have to use, we suggest to use SCC, self compact concrete only, because it will be having more plumb, and the plumb ratio is somewhere I think 625 if I'm not wrong. I need to check and give you the plumb, the slurry and the plumb will be more in this SCC. The free flow will be easy when you use SCC instead of regular concrete. and you have to, we suggest for aluminum formwork, for a smooth flow, we suggest boom pumps to be used. Okay, it will be easy to pour concrete for a flowability. Yes. Maximum thickness, I think in residential buildings we won't be crossing 150. You can go up to 175 if I'm not wrong. But people are now going 125 and 150 slab thickness. Yeah. So this is day 8. We'll be pouring concrete, and this is how we do. We do leveling with very less number of labor, not more than 2 or 3 for a 2 BHK flat. Okay, with the help of boom pump. So this is day 8. Now we have completed 8-day cycle. Once you finish the 8-day, you can dismantle your panel. All verticals, all vertical panels you can able to remove within 12 to 24 hours, depends on the concrete grade you have used and the structure. Okay, so once you remove your panels, this is how your wall comes. This is finishing of aluminum formwork system. So how is this? Hope it is so nice to see this smooth surface where you no need of any plastering, where you no need of any other rework on this surface. So if you see the wall, slab, and at the joints, someone asked how the panels are withstand. With the help of this wall ties, the panels are going to withstand. Once you've done this work, you will be removing this wall ties. So this is the wall ties we have shown. Now this is appearing over there inside the wall. Once you have done, once you deshutter your panel, you can remove this wall ties, so that your wall will become like this. And the first image, if you see the black dot, once you remove your wall tie, you have to fill it with the required concrete mixtures. Say suppose now we are using GP2. Example, one of the supplier is Force Rock. Force Rock is supplying this grouting material called GP2. We are using in some of our project. I think it is giving good result. So you have to fill those holes wherever you have used wall ties. After removal of wall tie, you have to fill these holes so that your area is not having any chance to expose to rain or any other water sources for the leakages. So you have to close it with the proper grouting materials. Okay. Yep. Yeah. So yes. So this is great finish, I can say. Even we also realized many places the finish is very, very good. Okay, where you no need of doing any plastering particularly. People who are new, we are telling you there is no need of doing plastering. You can go directly with your putty work. You apply one coat outside, you go with coarse putty, and you finish paintings. Inside, you go with 2 coats of putties, fine putty, 1 layer and 2 layer. You'll be getting very good finish, and then go for paintings. This is very fast. So is this 8-day cycles are clear? Now I want to stop here and I want to clarify your doubts from day 1 to day 8. Now tell me, I'm available to clarify the doubts. I'm just coming back to screen. Okay. Yeah. Yes. So any doubts from day 1 to day 8? I'll just clarify for 5 minutes and I'll move on to projects and other important features. So we are going to discuss much important things in the next slides also, but I want to hold for some time and clarify this 8-day cycle doubts. I'll go one by one. What about big openings for EM behind the bathrooms? So big openings we can easily do. Only thing is small openings we have restrictions. You cannot do small ducts which are less than 250 or 350 by 350 kind of thing. So big ducts and all we can able to do that. Covering needs high. Sanjay, okay. To change the size of panels. Okay. Any grout metal specification recommended from? Yes, definitely we'll reply to you. What is the cost per SFT? We'll discuss cost parameters later. Let us discuss technical. Definitely our team will get back to you, Mr. Vijay. We'll discuss about cost also. How frequently we have to clean the panels using acid? See, generally we don't recommend to clean the panels frequently. Once you done your deshuttering, Once you done your de-shuttering, you have to, with the help of flat scales, you can remove the concrete time to time and go for the next step, so that you won't be needing any time. Once you complete one or two towers, say after 40, 50, 60 repetitions, then it is recommended, if you don't maintain well, then you have to do a concrete concrete cleaning with the help of aluminum cleaning chemicals. Okay. How frequently is done? Please tell me. Yes, Srinivas Patla. What about concrete curing time? If you use SCC M30, I think 3 to 4 days is maximum. It requires, it is maximum, I can say 3 to 4 days. You can also do 7 days. No one will say no, but 3 to 4 days is sufficient if you go by SCC. What is the benefits for aluminum formwork? We are going to talk in next slide, Mr. Prem. Is the webinar finished? No, not yet. There is much important slides in the next few slides. The major disadvantages of this formwork, we are going to discuss disadvantages also in the next slides. What about concrete curing time? 3 to 4 days. Day 1 to date, schedule of works. Please summarize. Okay, I'll just summarize. This is most important. Yeah, Roop Kamal. If you take, first of all, you have to finish your layout marking at before we start formwork. Once you've done your layout marking, day 1 is your steel fixing, all walls, steel placement, bar bending, fitting. Okay. Day 2 is internal panel placing. Day 3 is outer panel placing. Day 4 is deck placing. Day 5 is steel above the slab and electrical boxes and staircase placing. Day 6 is outer panels, all outer panel closing, and your checking should be, means your outside adjustments and props, everything should be placed in place. And day 7 is like plumb checking, inspection, and support checking. So this is day 7 is completely inspection. Day 8 we can go for concrete pouring. Okay, so after 24 hours you can reopen. So I think this is answered. Yeah. Costs. We'll discuss about cost, vertical wall sleeves and cutout fixing system. Vertical wall sleeves. Yeah, you can remove even vertical wall sleeves also, and cutouts you can make standard cutouts and you can open it later. Okay. Can I use this formwork for residential frame structure with the size of 9 inch, 9, 12, 18? So 9 inch, yes, we can use, not a problem. 12 and 18, we have to see with additional support, Mr. Sanjay. But 9 inch, yes, we can suggest. Of course, 12 and 18 also we are doing, but the length of wall, height of wall, and the load bearing capacity, everything we have to check. Accordingly, we have to size the standard wall panels. Yes, we are using for 200 wall thickness, 300 at some cases, 400 beams we are using. But the length of the wall, height of the wall is matters. Can we do single steel mat for 150? No, not suggestible. You have to get structural clearance for that. What about chajjas, sir? You can do all the chajjas. We are going to show in the next slides how to do chajjas. Chajjas also will be done same time when you are doing outer panels, Mr. Santosh. Chajjas also can be poured one time. Curing GKM. I'm not understand that. Can you repeat? What grade of cement? SCC, ready mix. We are using ready mix here. Ready mix people will decide based on the standards. PPC. Curing time 4 days. Not audible. Check your connection, please. In slab, while pouring concrete, is upper side is open, only lower side formwork used. Question not clear. Curing, sir, how many repetitions is possible and plumbing issue? See, based on your utilization, based on your handling, the repetitions will be matters. Aluminum will not get damaged due to rust, due to number of times usage. Only rough handling will get panels damaged. Otherwise, you can use easily up to 250 times. 100, just like that you can use. Curing time, can we get PDF? We can get back to you on this. Are there any plumbing issue faced by when you are not following proper aligned panels? Then yes. When you are not following proper supports, yes, there might be chance. What are the limitations of sizes, rooms, etc.? There is no any room limitation, Mr. Kailash. Please let me know what is the major disadvantage. We are talking in next slides. Plumbing, maximum size grooves. You can go any size of grooves. That's not a problem. Muhammad, in this technology, we can cast Alan walls. Yeah, you can cast any vertical and horizontal walls also. What are the add mixtures? We have to check with ReadyMix people. Day 1 to date. With the help of grinder, we can clean the panel. Yes, no, we should not use grinder on the panel. That is at later stage we recommend to go by grinder. How many number of cycle Maiwan metal can be used? We have answered this. It cost is high or low, sir. Depends on project volume and SFT and the design. Aluminum is very costly nowadays for Gulf countries only. No, it's not like that. Plumbing, please. Plumbing groove need to be done. Curing can be done in minutes using concrete to evaporator from yes. Thank you for your time. Okay, can't we use this formwork for footings and plinth? Yes, you can definitely use for plinth beams, columns, footings, and other areas also. Curing time related to what cement you use. Yes. Plastering is done, not done. How much concrete would be required? Yeah, I think almost all repeat questions are coming. Let us discuss one more clarification session after some time. Let me complete main slides because some people are waiting for the other slides to be covered. So I'm just going back and I'm continuing my slides. We'll get back to you. My team is there anyhow in the chat box. They'll be answering for the rest of the questions, and we'll come back. Okay. So there is a comparison between aluminum formwork and conventional. I need not to tell much. You people are from civil background and you are into this. You knowing very well. But this is for the beginners. This is for the freshers. This is for the students of civil engineering background. We have given this slide. Okay. I'm just reducing my. Yes. Yeah. So speed, it will be speed of construction, 8 days cycle. It is 15 to 20 days in conventional. Quality of surface, excellent. Plastering is not required. In our case, conventional plastering is necessary. Pre-planning of formwork is required. This is most important. You have to have pre-planning. All your designs, everything you have to have pre-plan. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult. Type of construction, it is cast in situ. You have to cast at the place of site. Okay, wastage of formwork, you will be not having any wastage, I can say, but it is very less when compared to conventional. Accuracy will be more, and coordination between different teams, shuttering, steel, electrical, bar bending, concreting, all this coordination is very important. So this is essential in our case. Resistance to earthquake, it will be having very good resistance to earthquake because it's a box structure. It is not a column, beams and slab, it's a box structure. So your resistance to the earthquake will be much high. So reusage or repetitions value, you can go up to 250, 300 based on maintenance. Okay. Design aspects of Maiwan. How do you go for design in case of aluminum formwork or Maiwan? So it is not column, beam, slab design. It is RC load bearing walls and slabs. Okay, it is shear walls. So this is what I want to say here. Yeah, advantages. Someone is asking about advantages. Yes, you can take screenshot of this print, this particular slide. So you can do any custom design to suit your project requirements. We don't say no to any design. We take every design as a manufacturer. Okay. So your speed will be very high in this case. You'll be getting high quality finish. Carpet area also will be getting increased because you are reducing your wall thickness. Your carpet area also will be getting increased. It is beneficial to you and to your client. Okay. Casting of walls and slabs possible simultaneously. You can do simultaneous. It is cost effective when the large number of volume work is there and repetitions are there. Okay. And aluminum is it will be having less debris generation and scrap value is also higher afterwards. So this is one advantage. Aluminum is easy to handle. Formwork is made with an aluminum alloy which is having high tensile strength, and it is also very hard. So you can easily lift this panel easily by any one manpower of standard panel. Because of aluminum, it will be having less weight, but it will be having high strength. Yeah, aluminum does not rust like steel, you know very well. So therefore, aluminum formwork can be reused multiple times. So saving on overhead expenses due to speedy construction. If you complete your project fast, then all other overheads will be get saved. Your plastering cost, everything will be saved. This is how we tell for the volume, for the good volume of projects, it is the cost effective. So savings on overhead expenses, this is done. Does not require timber or plywood for construction activities, so it's environmental safe. So your IGBC, Indian Green Building Code, also the coding, the rating also will be get increased if you go by aluminum formwork instead of ply, because it is environmental safe. It is reused, recycled. Yeah, same. These are the main advantages. Your manpower will get saved. You'll be having much reputations, and you can manage with unskilled labor. Yes, there are skill required. If skills are there, the cycle time will get reduced, but you can manage with unskilled labor. So your cost will get reduced, your quality and your efficiency will get increased. Your manpower safety also will become increased because you're not using much scaffoldings for high-rise buildings. So it is only on wall brackets, floor change brackets will be going by even for 30 floors, 40 floors. So this is advantage, and this is the safest system, and you will be getting good quality. These are the summary of advantages. Now someone is asked for disadvantages. Okay, so we also see some of the limitations, I can say, not disadvantages. There are some limitations. So because of small sizes, finishing lines are seen on the concrete surface. We are going to see in the next pictures what is this small surface lines. When you join two panels, when you pour concrete, you'll be having small line. You can do buffing and you can remove that lines later. Concealed services become difficult to do small thickness of components. You can't do 250 by 250 shafts, 100 by 100 shafts. Small shafts are not possible with aluminum formwork. That is a limitation. So modifications are not possible on the RCC walls. Once you decided, then this is done. You want to make changes, then it is very difficult because it's RCC wall. You can't break simply and go with brick wall. Okay, large volume of work is necessary to be cost effective. If you have good volume, if you go by only one building, two building, different designs, this is not cost effective system. You have to have large number of cycles and volume. So architectural changes not possible once it is done. Okay, due to tremendous speed of construction, working capital finance needs to be planned in advance. This is most important to the builders and contractors. So they have to have entire project means major almost 50-60% of their project cost to be having in advance. Then only this cycle everything can be maintained and your project can be closed within timelines. Okay, so number of hole wall type provisions will be more in the vertical wall. So you have to have proper grouting, otherwise it is exposed to rain. You'll be having a problems later on. So you have to have compound grouting materials, non-string compound, GP2, like that. So these are some limitations. Okay, you have to take proper care here. Yeah, remedial measures in external walls, wall ties are used. Shuttering connection create holes in the walls after deshuttering. So these may become a source of leakage if care is not taken care. Okay, box type construction, shrinkage cracks will be there. You have to minimize these cracks by providing control strips in the structure, which could be concrete after a delay about 3 to 7 days. So the problem of cracking can be avoided by minimizing the heat of hydration by using fly ash. So these are the some remedial measures for the problems or for the challenges we get regularly. Yeah. Now, how do we manufacture these panels? Let's see this. This is something interesting. Yeah. So first of all, we get aluminum alloy as a raw material billets, the first image. Then it will be extruded in the extrusion machines in an automatic process, and it will reach to our manufacturing unit. Okay. Of course, we have extrusion also in Hyderabad, which is in our location. We have extrusion in place, and we have our fabrication factory also in place. So this is our factory images, and we do first cutting, then we go punching, then we do milling, wall type panel groove we do on the panel on the CNC milling machine, and we do MIG welding. We have robotic welding, we have manual welding, and we do cleaning. These black spots can be cleaned with the help of required chemicals, and then grinding at the corners where welding is done. We do grinding to not have any impressions on the wall surface, and then we do buffing to give a lacquer coat. Okay, and then we give barcode for identification and shipment and tracking, and then we do packing. So this is how we complete entire cycle of manufacturing at our manufacturing unit. So this is how the process of manufacturing aluminum formwork system in our factory or any factory. Yeah. So this is variation of shear force. You'll be for high-rise buildings. This is how structural shear forces will be varied from top to ground. Okay. So when you go top, the wall thickness for the high-rise buildings will become little less. Okay. Shear wall detailing. This is how we do detailing of shear wall in the structural. Even below ground for the high-rise buildings, almost now recent codes what they are saying, 60% of your structure should come from below ground. It means from the foundation, footings and foundation level. So at the footings and foundation level, these kind of columns or lift shafts can be taken below the ground. Okay, this is structure, RCC structure, which comes from the footings foundation stage, and this goes to the typical floors. Of course, other walls also will be added, but these are the main load bearing walls which comes from the ground. Yeah. So what are our company activities? What we do? We do sales. We manufacture this product. We do sales. We also do sales of accessories. We do design services. We also give design services for the existing clients, new clients, and people who are already using existing aluminum formwork. If they want to change for next tower, then we provide only design services to them. We do manufacturing, we do rentals. This is an on customer demand we have started this activity, this particular wing. We do rentals, we do refurbishment, and we also now doing superstructure from this financial year. We'll talk about this in next slides. Yeah, what is design? What we do in design? See, this is not only at our place. Generally, how this aluminum formwork design does. You see this slide. This is important. So first of all, we get customer drawings, which is architectural, structural, sections, MEP, and all. So we take these final drawings. Your drawing should be finalized in all aspects, and then give it to us. Then we start shell drawings. We correlate your sections and we complete the shell drawings. We have to we should look the sections at both at from one angle only. So we clear this shell drawings. This is sections part, and then we go for beam layout and other panel layouts. We see beams, how exactly it is, where beams are there, where openings are there, and then we go for panel placements. We place all the panels in a 3D view. We check different dimensions. We place the panels, required number of panels, required number of sizes based on the wall sizes. And then we go to fabrication drawing. Once you panel placing is done, you'll be getting some BOQ. For the special panels, we'll be doing fabrication drawings, how to, where to give hole, and what is the sizes of cutting, this, that, etc. All these things covers under fabrication drawing, and your final BOQ will be get ready. That BOQ will be given to client or the manufacturing process. Then according to that, packing list also can be given. This is what we do in design. So this design services we do for our clients only design also if required. So if you are having any requirement or any support required at design, please let us know and put it in chat box. Our team will get back to you. Our design team will get back to you. Now, this is manufacturing. As I am telling, we are into aluminum formwork manufacturer from South India. We are the only people in Hyderabad, I can say. And we are the first people who started a complete full-fledged automatic manufacturing setup in this region, Telangana and AP. Okay, so where we do all the manufacturing of aluminum formwork systems. Then we have refurbishment. We have one more team under our services, which is refurbishment. Yes, you have taken example one aluminum formwork system for your high-rise building project or a G+10 project or a villa project. Once you are done your project and you are now changing the design, so you need some more panels to be added, you need your existing panels to be cleaned, like that after 60, 70 or 100 repetitions. Then this refurbishment service is very suggestible thing to you. You can approach to the people, you can approach us and you can request for the refurbishment. What we do in refurbishment? So it starts from drawing. We take care of your drawings, designs of new design. Then we inspect your panels. We do chipping. We'll remove all the big concrete particles, and we do dipping. we do cleaning in the chemical tanks, and we do water jet cleaning, and then we'll remove your bends, undulations on the panel with the help of required machinery, advanced machinery. We clear these levelings. We do any joint breakages, everything. We do welding. We do again buffing, and then we do again coating. We do mock-up also. So this is again full cycle can be taken care from our end. So this is all about refurbishment. Hope this is clear to everyone. Yeah, refurbishment is clear, I think. Yeah. What cement we are using? Yes. So now this is rental. This is one more services. We call it as rental or contract. Okay. What we do in rental? What is our scope in rental? I think someone is asking, do you rent it? So for the people who are asking about rental, this is the slide. You can take snap. Okay. What we do? If there is a 40 to 50 repetitions, if there is a similar type of floors, we do rent. Not for one building. I am telling you, not for one building, not for two buildings, not for five repetitions even, not for your independent houses. We don't do rent for this small projects because we are tied up, and we are looking for some good repetitions because it should be cost effective, viable. There should be some viability. To get viability, you have to have minimum 40 50 repetitions, similar designs, repeatable things should be there. In those cases only we do rentals. I am repeating this word, minimum 30 40 and above repetitions only we do rental support. So what we do, we bring complete aluminum formwork material by manufacturing at our factory. We do shuttering, means shuttering team is in our scope. We do bar bending team is also under our scope. We do inspection, we do concrete pouring. Customer should provide all these materials, steel, concrete, okay, and we do finishing. We go for next floor. This is how we do 1 2 3, next. We do until superstructure only we do rentals. We'll discuss, Mr. Srinivas Reddy. We'll definitely get back to you, and we'll discuss based on your project volume and all. It is not a fixed rate for all the cases. It has to check all these parameters: your design, repetitions, location, volume, terms and conditions. All these parameters are matters. But it is viable. It is within the market rates. I can tell. We can't discuss prices at this place without knowing your details. So, but we are within market pricing. We are not so far. We are not premium. Yeah, this is one new vertical wing we launched this year. This is superstructure. So we have some standard designs like this. We have economy model, 800 square feet independent house. We have standard design. If you want 800 square feet design with our design, we come and finish over there. So we have executive model, which is 1000 square feet of slab area. I'm talking all these dimensions. I'm talking a slab area. This is how it looks. We have a standard designs. We are doing our own designs only. We don't do your designs. We do our own standard catalog designs. Deluxe model is 1200 SFT, which is 2 BHK. Luxury model 1500 SFT, which is again 2 BHK. Dream Villa model, it is 2000 square feet, which is 3 BHK. Okay, 1500 and 2000 is 3 BHK. This is all independent houses. Left side we have shown you some pictures. If you want only ground floor, it will be something like this. If you want G+1, this would be something like this. Okay, so this superstructure we do. What is the scope of superstructure? You have to finish your foundation work. You have to complete your footings and other things. You have to ready with this grade slab. We come and we do from the above ground. This ground floor we finish, first floor we finish, along with steel and concrete in our scope. We build only superstructure. We don't do paintings. We don't do any your door, window, paintings and other interior works. We do only superstructure. Okay, superstructure from above ground. You have to complete your footings and foundation works. You have to, we will come and do with aluminum formwork. We will come and do along with steel and concrete. We do this superstructure. Okay, so these are our available models. You can approach our team. They will share the designs. If you are interested with this design, then we can able to support you. Yeah, costing and other details our team will share you. Please, you can talk to them. You can just first check the thing. You can give your location. Your location is matters to share the price. So based on that, we can share. Almost we maintain the similar price as per the market norms. Yeah. Now this is some of our projects, different projects. It is not total our projects. It is different projects from different verticals we have shown you here. Example, this is a G+3. Means people are asking, aluminum formwork is only meant for high-rise buildings. No, it is not. Aluminum formwork is also meant for small size projects. This is what we wanted to say with this webinar today on this platform. Aluminum formwork is also meant for small projects. There should be repetitions. There should be similarity. There should be standardization. Then yes, small projects also can be taken up with aluminum formwork. This is the best example, G+3. Okay, we have done hostel buildings as a sample to make a reference. And example, this is one more project, villa. See, this is how the front elevation, this is done by aluminum formwork. This is original pic. Okay, we did 40 villas with same design. This is one more project, which is columns. You can also do columns, columns, lift shafts, boundary walls, retain walls, parapet walls. This is one example for this kind of projects. So you can, if you are doing this, you can easily use aluminum formwork and do it. You'll get very good finish. This is one more project, G+5, almost 630 units, 10 to 12 towers, G+5. Okay, each floor is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 flats. 2 BHK, around 1000 SFT, 8 flats, G+5 only, not 10, not 15, not 20. G+5, 8 flats in each floor, which is almost 1000 SFT, 2 BHK. Multiple towers, same design. This is a viable project we did. And this is G+9. Okay, from from ground we started G+1, G+3, G+5. This is G+10. Sorry, G+9. It is 10 floors. Okay, so this is a typical floors what we did. This is one of our project we did on rental basis. There is a viability, there is a volume, there is a similarity. So we did this on rental basis. And this is one more project for columns. A small column box, a small contractor, we have upgraded him from MS and plywood to the aluminum formwork. He is getting very good benefits. He is more satisfied. He is taking continuous materials from us. He is no more using any ply and MS because the fine finish is good. This is one of the refurbishment project on site. We did refurbishment for one of the client at Hyderabad. Okay, we went to their site with all our equipment, tanks, materials, machinery. We did the project at their place. This is one more project at Hyderabad, G+15. We did G+15. And these are some of our other projects into services, refurbishments. This is one of the project for government housing project, G+4 multiple towers. This is only G+4. And this is also one of the government project for the old materials. We are doing refurbishment. This is water jet cleaning pick. Yeah, see, this is column beam slab. Someone is asking, can we do for column beam slab conventional? Yes, if you are doing conventional work, if you have limitations for shear walls, no sir, our customer will not accept shear walls. They'll be asking continuous changes. So in that case, if you are immediately unable to shift to shear wall, you start with column beam slab. This is our suggestion to the people who are unable to shift to shear wall because of their customer design changes and all. Yeah, so this is column beam slab pattern. You can do columns first, or you can do columns, beams, slabs and staircase in one pour. No shear walls. You can do all your walls brick walls. And second option, column, beam, slab, staircase and your outer wall. No one will ask changes at outer walls in any flats. So you can do with this. This is second step. Third, you can go to shear walls. People who are beginners do like this. Start with your columns, go to column, beam, slab model, column, beam, slab, staircase, outer wall, and then shear wall. This is how the steps we suggest. We have suggested to many people here. They are doing like this and they are getting very good result. They are able to complete the projects within timelines with good quality and output finish. Okay, so this is clear, everyone. Column, beam, slab model. Aluminum formwork can be used for column, beam, slab also. Hello, everyone. Are you there in the chat box? Yes or no? Please reply in the chat box. Yeah. So now, how to implement aluminum formwork system? You got some idea. Now, how to implement? If you want to implement, see how many of you wants to implement aluminum formwork system if you are not doing with aluminum formwork as of now. Please reply in the chat box. How many of you want to implement? See, type implement in the chat box. If you are interested, if you felt this is worthful to implement in the next project, please type implement. Don't type yes, please type implement. Please type implement so that we'll give you some tips how to start. Hello. Yeah. Type implement. If you are interested to implement this system, we will teach you the steps how to do. Let us know your interest so that we'll get excitement. We'll give you some tips. We are about to close the session soon. We are almost done with our presentation. There are only 5-6 slides left. Implement. Yes, I want more answers so that we'll get excitement and we'll give you good tips and we can support you definitely to start with. Implement. Okay. Good. Yeah, I think almost most of the people are ready to implement this system. Yeah, see, after knowing all these benefits, every civil engineer, every builder, every contractor, every independent house owner also wants to implement this system, because to overcome all these challenges, quality issues, manpower issues, and then timelines, and then material wastages, all many parameters are there. We are facing big challenges in this domain, building and construction. So everybody wants to implement, I know. Yeah, we will help you out, no problem. We are here as a manufacturer and contractor and a superstructure builder. Yeah. So first of all, see, listen here. This is most important. To implement this system, if you are a builder, if you are a contractor, if you are a builder and contractor, yeah. See, how many builders and contractors are there in this group? Can you type if you are a builder, developer, or a contractor, civil contractor? Please type these 3 answers so that we'll give some examples to them. If you are a builder, please type builder, developer, or a contractor, or an end user. Okay. Builder, yes. Yeah, I want some builders and contractors so that I want to focus them so that rest also will be covered. Designer, good. Student, done. No problem. So there are some builders and contractors. Now we'll do. So see, if you are a builder and builder, first of all, in case of builder, if you are a builder and developer, see, everything is in your hands. What you need to do, you have to make your design standard first. Once you make your design standard, what is design standard, sir? Okay, we don't ask for room dimension to be standard. We ask for your slab height. Point number 1, your slab height should be standard. Point number 2, your door and window openings to be standard for all your projects, irrespective of location, irrespective of project size. Your slab height to be standard, your door and window sizes to be standard, and your openings to be, all other openings to be standard. These are the 3 steps you have to do to start this formwork implementation. Clear, everyone? These 3 to be maintained in all the projects. If you change your slab height project to project, your panels will be get wasted. It won't become viable. If you change your door and window opening changes every time non-standard panels will come, your project will not be viable. You cannot use this material to next. If your openings are if your openings are not standards, then again material wastage, reputation will not come and all. So this is how this system or material will get more pricing or not. It become premium it will not become viable. So even if you're a builder, you have to do this. If you're a contractor, you have to ask your builder who is doing the projects, for whom you are doing the projects, you have to ask your builder to do this standardization, to make the work easy, and to make aluminum formwork get more reputations, more viability, to become cost effective. So if you are a builder and contractor, then you have to follow the same tips. Okay. Yeah, we will again come back to Roop Kamal. We'll get back and we'll clarify. Let us go by our flow. So this is first thing. Is this clear? Your slab height, your door window openings, and other openings to be standard. This is the first important step. Then you have to follow other room dimensions also. Maximum, you have to close your room dimensions to 0 zeros, not other dimensions. Say example, so 1200 by 1500, like that, 1000 by 800, like that. You have to have a 0. Yeah, abnormal dimensions you should not encourage. You should go for a standard dimensions. This is one thing. And you should not be acceptable for any changes later. This is one more step you have to follow. So your customers, or due to any other reasons, once your designs are finalized, then it is finalized. Before design finalization, you sit for 10 times, 15 times, 20 times, you make changes. That's not a problem. But you freeze to one design, don't accept any change. This is third step you have to do. You should not accept any change. And you have to look for repetitions. Once you do this project, 1000 SFT 2 BHK, try to use same design in the next project. Okay, do number of flats more. Okay, increase your flat size sometime. So like that, you have to look for repetitions in your mind. Okay, if you are not buying aluminum formwork, if you are approaching to contractor or a manufacturer like us, and go for rental also, this repetition parameter should be there in your mind for builder and contractor. And your capital should be kept ready and available, okay, to finish the project on time. And you have to have good coordination between other teams: electrical, steel, shuttering, concreting, and other internal teams. All this coordination to be most important. So this is your sixth point. And after that, formwork manufacturer support to be there. So you should have good support with your formwork team, formwork manufacturer. If you are buying material, if you are getting rental, you have to have good support with your contractor and the manufacturer, so that whenever any service required, any small supports required, this has to be given on time. Then your cycle will be achieved. So this is how we able to, if you follow all these steps properly, then you can easily implement aluminum formwork in your next project itself. So is this excited? Yes or no? Please type out in the chat box. Is this excited? So I think this is possible. We can able to do this. Being a builder, contractor, and other, we can able to do this. I don't think we will be having much challenges except design changes. Okay, changes, except changes. Yeah. Yes. Good. Thank you. So now we'll go to next slide. Yeah. Good. Thanks everyone. Yeah. So how many are you using AFS? If you can answer this, then we can able to tell one thing. How many are you using aluminum formwork system currently? If you are using, type out using. Yes, it is excited but limited to. Okay, we'll clarify your doubts and we'll try to remove your limitations. Yeah. So if you, how many are you using out of this room? How many are you using aluminum formwork system? If you are using, type out using. If you are not using, say no. Please type your answer. No problem. No problem. No problem. If you are using, just type out using, so that we'll come to know. Okay, Shawan Kumar, you are using, right? Okay, people who are using, just type out using. Yeah. How many are you need? If you are using, how many are you need modifications or refurbishment for your next design? People who are using, just reply them. people who are using, how many are you need modifications or refurbishment support? So if you are facing any challenge in modifications of designs, refurbishment, then we can help you out. We can support you there. How to do that, how to take it forward, how to get more viability, how to get benefit out of your material for the next project. Okay. So modifications and refurbishment will give you good tips because we have experienced all the things. We can give you good tips and we can give you very better methodologies to do and to get most out of your existing aluminum formwork system set. Okay. So, okay. Then people who are using and needed this modification refurbishment will be in touch with you personally, will take your challenges and will give you solutions for that, will support you to take it forward. Okay. So are you ready to convert now from existing conventional method? People who are not using, now they respond. It's time to you to respond. Are you ready to convert now from existing construction method, which is your conventional, which might be ply, which might be any other than formwork? We call it as conventional or brick. Are you ready? Please type out ready. If you are ready, please type out ready. We can also tell you, we can also support you how to move forward. Yeah. Yes, please type out your answers in the chat box. Come on. Oh, ready. Yeah. Good. Many answers. People are much excited today in this room. I am ready. Okay, done. So, people who are ready definitely will get back to you. We'll take your upcoming project requirements and we'll suggest you how to go ahead. Okay, we can provide this support free of cost. Don't worry. We can suggest you share your project details with our team. Our experts are there from design team and from estimations team. They will help you free of cost by doing estimations for you. Okay. So people who joined today in this webinar, this is one benefit to you. We do all your estimations free of cost. You can send your requirement or your project plans in the upcoming project plans to our team. They will do free estimations for you for aluminum formwork system. They can tell you the viability report. They can give you viability report free of cost by making estimations and all. Okay, they can tell you how it will become viable if you make small changes. They can also suggest you like this. So this offer is for the people who joined webinar today. You can send all your future project needs. We can make free estimations. We make a viability study on your project. We'll get back with viability report. This is viable or not. If viable, then how it is viable, how you need to proceed further. If it is not viable, then why it is not viable, what we need to do to make it viable. This particular thing we can do it free of cost to you. So please send your requirements, project plans, upcoming project plans to us. See, we can able to serve across pan India. We have reach across pan India easily. We also support for outside India. We can support material. We can do projects outside India also. We are doing one project out. We are doing few projects outside India also. We are exporting with high quality materials. We are providing services in other countries. So irrespective of places, you please share your requirements. We can discuss. We can provide you free viability report to you for sure. Okay. So this is a bonus. You got it today because you joined webinar. Yes. Now we'll show you some of our gallery. Let's see the pictures. Now picture speaks a lot than the words, than the yes, words and writings. Now see the pictures. So this is some of the aluminum formwork system. This is one of the mock-up. This is wall panel. This is staircase, how it looks after multiple pourings. This is the new staircase after fitting, how it looks. Yeah. So some of our gallery, this is one of the staircase. This is one of the mock-up at our factory. This is showing only internal and external walls. The right side third image is a PVC formwork for walls, slab is aluminum formwork. So they have used for PVC formwork only for the walls. They don't have a deck system. Then we have provided deck system to them. So it's a combination of PVC and aluminum. Okay, we are about to finish this webinar within 15 minutes. Within 15 minutes, the room will automatically get closed. This is only 2 hour session limited. Okay, so if you have any other clarification, we'll get back to you. We'll try to just complete this gallery and end this session. Yeah, this is deck panels placing. This is after placing of deck top view. This is after placing of steel on the slab. This is column material. They have provided external support. This is after finish columns. This is individual column. This is retain wall, boundary wall, compound wall. Some of other gallery. Ground floor, they fix windows. This is first floor, second floor. 2 floors, they have to use floor brackets for the safety purpose and other works. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth floor, we are working at one of our existing project. This is inside the walls. This is villas project. This is some of our other galleries. See, if you see the staircase finish, how good it is, the quality. And this is villas, what we did here, a local superstructure work and villa work. This is before and this is after paint. This is after de-shuttering of aluminum panels. This is after painting, before and after, for a small houses. Standard design house, okay, not individuals, their own designs. This is some of our other gallery to show from the ground. Someone is asking how to do footings and all. See, you can do in 2 types. This is raft. This is raft foundation. This is a shear wall, which we bought shear wall from the ground. The middle image where I am showing cursor, it is one pattern, and the first image which is showing this is another pattern. This is just your plinth beam, column beam model. Column beam model, you can come from the ground, and this is shear wall. Shear walls which are coming almost 60% shear walls coming from the footing stage. Okay, these are the 2 types of groundworks we do, and this is shuttering. We have done ground floor and we have shifted to beside villa. We are doing shuttering at first floor there. Here ground floor. Okay, this is shuttering. There it is dismantled and it is fixing here. And above ground it is fixed one more set over there. This is inside the panel, staircase, props, how they fix. You will see finishes now. Okay, so this is staircase aluminum formwork. This is after removing of material, aluminum panels. Foam finish. This is first floor with parapet wall. Parapet wall also you can do along with aluminum formwork single casting. You need not to do any brick walls later. Okay, this is how door and window openings will be there. You see this door and windows, how accurate it is, edges and all. And this is after finish, after tiles and paints. Staircase. This is doors, how the doors are fixed without any gaps. Okay, this is the villa. This is an independent house before and after. So whatever you are showing in first pic, this is all done in one casting. There is no plastering on that. It is just formwork panels removed. That is the surface finish we get. Okay, this is after painting and all. Okay, we also contribute in corporate social responsibility. We deliver free classes, free lectures to the institutions and events. We participate in events. We also do some builders and contractors meets and at different places to explore our knowledge, to get awareness. We feel it's our responsibility. So we do these activities also in from our company. Okay, so now the conclusion. So what we wanted to tell, finally, aluminum formwork system is most suitable system for the building and construction domain. Okay, so if you have any Q&A, please let us know. We are happy to help you on any other parameters. So to approach us, this is our contact details. Please contact, or please, otherwise our team will get back to you based on the messages you have given in the chat box. We'll be getting history. We'll get back to you on particular requirements where you need support. Okay, yeah. So now anything else, we are happy to help you now. Thanks for your attention. Thanks for your support, and thanks for the participation and your response in the chat box. Thanks for everything from our team VIP Alpha. We are thankful to everyone joining in this session and make it most successful today. Yeah. So this you can take screenshot. If you need any support, please get back to our team. They'll be contacting you. They'll clarify all your doubts and they can support you forward. Yeah. So thank you, Ram Sagar. We also thankful to you for your time to spend with us. Yes, thank you, Morgan. Thank you, Yashwant. Suresh, yes, we can provide. Rohit, thank you. Prashant, thank you. Ram Sagar, thank you so much. Yeah, so we are done with our session, and it's great to have all you people from different locations and sharing your thoughts. Yes, thanks Ravan, thanks Jagan, Srinivas Reddy, thank you. Yes, Apurva, thank you Chandrasekhar, Santosh, thank you. Quite informative, thank you. Yes, we wanted to come up with more detailed sessions in the near future. We'll be keeping update to you. Yeah, definitely, Mr. Ram Sagar will meet you soon. Yeah, thank you, Shravani. Yes. So thanks to our team even who joined from VIP Alifom. I think they have tried their best to answer your queries. So we are also thankful to our team who joined and who support you for your queries. Yes. So bye bye. So let us close this session. We are going to end this session. Thank you. Bye. Good night. Stay safe. Stay home, and stay strong. Yeah. So for any contact, for any queries, clarifications, please contact our team. They are happy to help you, and will be available during office hours. We'll get back to you for all your queries. Yeah. Bye bye. Bye. So let us end this session. So if any clarification, please get back to our team. We are going to end this session now. Bye everyone. Take care.